This video is going to be talking about how to paint 12400 Age of Sail ship. This example here is Tumbling Dice, ship of the line. Looking at this miniature here, I've already glued on the sails and already primed, and as you can see I've painted black the rat lines. Backing up a step, one of the challenges, I guess, putting the sails on is if you have them in a vertical position, how would you glue them on so they just don't keep sliding off the masts? I built a foam support here where you can, the sail here in the back is already assembled in the miniature, and you can do is you can place it in here, and it's probably out of focus, but you can see how the masts are now horizontal, and then all you have to do is lay down the sails and just have them glued down. As you can see, I did that for a lot of different ships, and the wait till they dry and then you're good to go. So in this case, yeah, went ahead after that and sprayed it a gray. You can prime it a gray, or I'd recommend either a gray or a black, and then just go ahead and paint the rat lines black, and then from there I went with a deck color. In this case I used a cork brown. I think I used a Vallejo cork brown, but you use whatever you want for your decks, some sort of light beige. Then after that, went ahead and painted the masts, and which is a yellowish yellow-brown, and then on the sides of the ships went with a yellow-brown as well. You can get into the masts there, get that painted in. So in this case I just went with sort of like the most common color. For the Russians, for example, in the Napoleonic period, they would have like a white hull color. So I'm just going to go with that in this case. After that, then I went with the gun ports, went with the black, and then some of the additional black around the outside, if you can see that. Then after that, painted the sails a white. I went with a white because what I like to do is use a wash at the end. So transforming basically these white sails into like a beige or a linen, a worn look. So I just went with an initial white. Then after that, went back and two things happened. Well, three things actually in this case. Let's get this over here. Added more black. And And then so we've got the rat lines here. I went with a gray dry brush, sort of on both sides. Went with the gray on the rat lines over the black. Then on the yard, all these different yard here, I went with the black. Painted those black as well as down here. And then as you can see, I've got the wash. Went with the strong tone wash over the whole miniature. Gives it that worn and also the brownish linen look to the sails. An additional detail here I forgot to mention was the stern of the ship. Is I painted like a dry brush of sort of like a brass color for the stern of the ship. Then we go on to basing. Okay, I go with a balsa base painted blue. I've used a dark Prussian blue in this case. Then after that, I add the water. Now I use a gloss gel medium. The brand I use is like Liquitex, but you sort of paint that on and then ripple it how you want. And then from there we basically another step is I added some lines here. I don't go crazy on the rigging. I just add some simple representation of rigging. Hopefully you can see that okay in here. It goes over just over the top there. And then a final look at what we have. I add some white paint representing the waves over the top of the ripples, and then I add a flag. I drilled a hole, a brass wire, like a printed flag here, all put together, painted black on the flag post there, and yeah, just popped it in the drill hole there. And I've made it so I can easily remove that flag to a different country or something. So there is the final view of what it looks like. Maybe a somewhat larger ship, maybe. Here. Gives you an idea of different colors. And there you go. That is how you paint some Age of Sail ships. Okay, I will see you in the next one.